The defense forces of Ukraine blocked the advance of the occupation army of the aggressor country, Russia, and cleared out certain areas where the enemy could gain a foothold in the city of Kupiansk in the Kharkiv region. The commander of the 429th Separate Regiment of Unmanned Systems, Achilles, Yuriy Fedorenko, reported this on air at Espreso. According to him, Ukrainian combat units continue to carry out tasks in the Kharkiv region. After the enemy managed to infiltrate certain places in Kupiansk, the Ukrainian military blocked the Russians. Also, on the northwestern outskirts of the city, places where the occupiers are actively trying to cross from the left to the right bank are under the fire control of the Ukrainian Armed Forces. Their crossing looks like a stretched rope across the river. It is not a standard pontoon crossing. However, boats and rafts give the enemy the opportunity to carry out tasks to deliver manpower, albeit with difficulty. The military man explained, despite the complicated situation in the Kharkiv region, the Russian command does not stop giving orders for an assault. In particular, very heavy and tough battles continued near the settlement of Melove. The enemy crossed the state border line just south of the settlement Melove. As a result, the Ukrainian Defense Forces met the enemy with a fight, and therefore the enemy was unable to break through the border for any significant distance, Fedorenko assured. After this, the invaders fled and tried to reach the Russian border. Ukrainian troops advanced forward in the Kupiansk direction as a result of successful counter-offensive actions on the northern and western outskirts of Kupiansk. In the city of Kupiansk, Kharkiv region, more than 95% of buildings have been destroyed or damaged, and it is impossible to deliver humanitarian aid there due to Russian drone activity. The head of the Kupiansk City Military Administration, Andriy Besedin, said this during a broadcast on Hromadsky radio. Unfortunately, nothing has changed. The situation is critical. The proximity of the enemy, the use of various weapons and FPVs that are essentially waiting on all logistical routes and access roads to the city do not allow us not only to fully carry out evacuation measures, but also to deliver humanitarian aid or repair any critical infrastructure networks. Guided aerial bombs which destroy the city every day. And today, unfortunately, more than 95% of the city is destroyed or damaged. The most important and most terrifying thing is that people die and are injured every day, the official said. According to him, the enemy dropped 4 guided aerial bombs, CAB, on Kupiansk over the past day, and in total, more than 1,100 strikes have already been carried out on the settlements of the Kupiansk community in September alone, including 36 guided aerial bombs, 2 of which weighed 1.5 tons. The only thing that can save lives is evacuation, Besedin stressed.
The Space Communications Center in the Yevpatoria area in Russian-annexed Crimea Peninsula came under drone attack on the night leading to Wednesday, Ukrainian Telegram channel reported. The strike was carried out using 2 jet-powered drones. As a result of the strike, the headquarters building and a communications post were hit. The Russian Pantsir S-1 air defense system was unable to shoot down the drones. The video posted on Telegram shows the targets being hit. Additionally, following the strike, a reconnaissance drone was observed over the populated area, recording the results of the strike. This was not the first attack on Space Communications Center in Russian-occupied Crimea. The facility was also attacked in June. The Ukrainian Defense Ministry stated on June 28 that the center is an important military component in the Russian satellite communications and navigation system. It should be noted that Ukrainian army has carried out a number of operations striking strategic facilities in Crimea Peninsula that was annexed by Russia in 2014.
As reported, Ukraine has reignited one of its most iconic weapons campaigns, unleashing a wave of Bayraktar drone strikes after systematically dismantling Russia's air defenses. With the skies cleared and the battlefield exposed, the return of these drones has already cost Russia hundreds of troops and naval vessels. The Bayraktar drone, once a symbol of Ukraine's resilience in the early months of the war, is experiencing a resurgence, says Euromaidan Press media outlet. As you may remember, earlier strikes by Bayraktar drones also cleared the way for Ukrainian Special Forces raids on Russian-controlled spits on the Kherson coast. These renewed strikes demonstrate not only the return of the deadly drone, but also the systematic clearing of Russian air defenses that had once forced it into near inactivity. This resurgence is inseparable from Ukraine's recent campaign to dismantle Russian air defense networks in Crimea, as strikes, confirmed by released footage, eliminated a 91N6E radar from an S-400 system, a Castor 2E2 radar near Yevpatoria, and a Podlyot system near Novofedorivka. Ukrainian forces also hit Nebo SVU, Podlyot K1, and 96L6E radars tied to S-400 batteries, as well as a Russian BK-16 landing craft. Further operations destroyed a UTES-T radar and a 96L6AP radar from another S-400 battery. Ultimately, a raid on Saki Air Base destroyed an S-300 radar, with each of these precision strikes, often executed with drones, stripping away Russia's ability to monitor and intercept hostile aircraft. Without these radars, expensive air defense launchers are rendered blind, and with each passing week, the protective shield over Crimea weakens further, Euromaidan Press recalls. This methodical air defense suppression is paving the way for a renewed Bayraktar campaign and a glorious comeback. In the war's early phase, the drone was a star performer, taking out Russian armor and artillery before defenses adapted. But once Russia thickened its air defense umbrella, the drone's large radar signature made it an easy target, leading to a drastic reduction in its use. Conditions have now changed, as Ukraine has gained the upper hand by degrading Russian radar coverage, while also launching domestic productions of Bayraktars with Turkish cooperation. This combination ensures Kyiv has both the tools and the freedom to deploy them at scale once more. Ukraine is also moving toward full independence in arming its Bayraktar drones. At a recent exhibition attended by President Volodymyr Zelenski, the Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney, Ukrainian engineers unveiled a new guided aerial bomb resembling Turkey's MAM-L, but featuring distinct features and produced via 3D printing, says Euromaidan Press. The small, smart munition is equipped with a rocket engine and laser guidance system and has already been tested in combat. By leveraging additive manufacturing, Ukraine can bypass bottlenecks in foreign supply chains and ensure a steady flow of weapons tailored to its drones. This innovation, paired with the Bayraktar's proven track record, could allow Ukraine to sustain a persistent campaign against Russian forces, striking boats, vehicles and fortified positions with precision. Overall, the re-emergence of Bayraktar drones is a direct result of months of systematic strikes, dismantling Russia's air defense network across Crimea. With radars neutralized and launchers degraded, the skies are once again open for the Bayraktar to hunt. Euromaidan Press says, now equipped with both Turkish and Ukrainian-made precision munitions, the drones can operate with renewed effectiveness, with recent strikes likely only the beginning. The resurgence will support Ukraine's broader strategy in the Black Sea, enabling naval drones, special forces raids, and even potential strikes deeper into Crimea.